Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. This is the tarot reading for serious-minded people who happen to be interested in tarot reading. Works out really nicely. You're not going to get a unicorn rainbows kind of reading in this tarot reading. I've done tarot for over 20 years, and frankly, 99% of the tarot readings that I have been privy to, either through the internet or personally, what otherwise, have been very shallow, very disconnected, and in the end, very unsatisfying. Tarot, after my 20 years of doing this, I have come to the understanding predicts nothing. Virtually nothing. I mean, once in a while they'll get lucky, but virtually nothing. That's not the purpose of tarot. The purpose of tarot is potential. This is the reason why you see on your screen nothing but 5 cards, 4 of which are from the tarot. The middle card is the oracle card. It sets the mood for the reading. You don't need to see me. I'm an old man. I'm not attractive. Who cares? That's just distraction. You don't need to see cards moving around, jumping all over the screen. That's just distraction. You don't need a whole bunch of cards. That's just distraction. We have enough distraction in our lives already, and it's done purposely to distract us so that we don't pay attention to the real stuff, at least not easily. So for tarot to work, I keep it very simple. 4 cards, I pull them together, and we come up with a singular energy, a singular frequency, a singular idea. Now, either that frequency from the reading resonates with you or it doesn't. You can't make it, you can't force it. It's like love or friendship, or you can't force feelings. Either they're there or they're not. Either you're resonating or you're not. And the truth is that any reading, and I've done tarot, as I said, for over 20 years. I've done numerology and astrology for over 50. That's 50. And I have found that if you put 10 people together who hear the reading, you'll get one person, if you're really, really, really lucky, maybe 2 people who will resonate with the message. The other people hear it. The other people may gain some benefit from it, but they don't resonate. They don't connect with the frequency. It's got to match up or it doesn't. And again, you can't force it. So the fact is that whether it's numerology, astrology, tarot, if you get 20%, 2 people out of 10, you got a really excellent read that day. It's not falling on you. It's just matching up the frequencies. Usually it's only 1 in 10. Still worth the effort. So that's how we take off and run on this project every single day. I'm not here to hand you a line of flowers and rainbows and stuff. I don't do that. We live in a very serious world. And if you take a look at modern history, which means the last 7,000 years, there was human history apparently before that. But we had things like the Younger Dryas, the Ice Age, the Older Dryas, and it was a period of there about 5,000-6,000 years or so at least, where humanity virtually disappeared on the planet. In fact, some people think that there was at one time as few as 1,000 people on the planet, human beings, as many as 10,000 human beings on the planet. That's how low the numbers got. Anyway, we do know, back 7, 8, 9, 10,000 years ago or so, we see these huge monoliths, things that Stone Age people never could have built on their own. So we know that there were master civilizations back then. What happened to them, we don't know. We have no information. But the last 7,000 years, we have a pretty good run. We've been lied to in history continuously, but we still have a storyline that we can kind of follow. And so within the 7,000 years, we've made some development, but more on our toys than on our spirits. So to resonate means that you have a chance to upgrade your spirituality. You get better contact with your spirituality. And so I don't want to stand here, or sit here actually is what I'm doing, and just hand you a lot of bullshit just so that you feel good. It doesn't mean anything. We're in a time period where we can literally wipe ourselves out. We got the chance, although it's diminishing apparently, chance for some sort of a nuclear holocaust. The water's poisoned, the air's poisoned, the food is poisoned. Our societies, our civil groupings are poisoned. All planned, by the way, because the goal is to get us down to about, maybe 400 million people. Bill Gates, among others, said there's a black swan event in the works somewhere, he thinks, as if he's not behind it. And it could kill 95% of people on the planet. The Georgia Guidestones talk about 2050. We got to get most people off the planet. So this is all being aimed at dividing us, conquering us, tearing us apart, tearing down our humanity. And people are beginning to wake up to the fact that, whoa, there's a lot of shit going on behind the scenes. They're having a revelation. Things are being revealed to them, not simply that they exist, why they exist, and how they exist. And that is difficult for a whole lot of people, because they can't take the truth. Mark Twain said it's easier to fool somebody than to convince them that they have been fooled. It's all ego. It's all shallow. But like I said, our toys have advanced. In terms of us as human beings, we're just as screwed up as we were 10,000 years ago, 20,000 years, just as screwed up. When are we going to learn? Well, this may be the opportunity. This may be, and you can do your part if you're resonating. And again, you can't force it. It either is or it isn't. So let's get to it. Middle card, Oracle card, it sets the mood for the reading. Not for you. Not for you. You can read that a whole bunch of different ways. My sense is, as I'm looking at the cards, it means get out while you can. It's not for you. Get out while you can. In fact, the meme for today follows up on that. It says, we do not need to socialize them in the classrooms. We don't need to spend money on lavish vacations. We don't need iPads. We don't need video games. We don't need Happy Meals or plastic toys. We are running as far as we can from the world's idea of progress. All we need is ourselves and our faith. Got a special meme from Gabby Chong. She says, every year, cars get more computerized, more on the grid. Think of it as a smartphone on wheels. Eventually, you're not going to be able to drive around freely because it's all going to be electrified. They're going to control it all. Did you know that Karl Marx had total control of transpiration or transportation as part of his aims in Russia? Control the food, control their movement, you got them. You can do with them whatever the hell you want. Stop and think about that car that you're getting into, especially if it's from 2005, 2010, certainly. It's all computerized. Ask mechanics. You and I are being programmed in an electrical grid we have no control over. Do you know that some of the luxury vehicles now have you pay for extras on a monthly basis? Subscription. Everybody's into that subscription stuff. They don't want you to just pay one time. They want you to have to keep paying. And so a lot of the luxury car makers have a $50, $100, $200, whatever the hell it is, monthly fee to keep their car electrified, because it's all electric anymore. So if you are behind on your payment, they can literally, with the flick of a switch on a computer somewhere, turn off your electric seats in your car. You can't move them front or forward. They don't heat. They don't cool. Oh, by the way, we're going to shut down your transmission too electrically. In fact, we're going to make it so that you can't drive your car. In fact, we're going to make it so that you can't even get out of your car. Are you getting the message? Not for you. Get out while you can. Really, really important. Number up in the right-hand corner is a 6. That's home. That's feeling family. And right now, there is no, in a generic sense, family in society anymore. Get out while you can. Let's go all the way to the left. We got the Queen of Wands. Wands are positivity, excitement, joy, enthusiasm, gratitude. Really positive, really being plugged into your life, really feeling like you're living an authentic life. The king makes the proclamation, the queen helps the process, gets it started. And so there is a feeling in the world, it's vague, but with the new administration, people are seeing some movement. Now, this movement bothers some people because they don't want to know the truth. But so far, what we've been able to dig up has been shocking. What, just this past week, what was it, Social Security or something like that? $3 trillion? $3 trillion in theft? Huh? Yeah, it's disturbing. Because these people are having to confront that they're morons, that they've believed the system. It's not a crime to believe the system, but when you have the light come in, wake up. Wake up. And a lot of people are beginning to do that. And there's more to come. Boy, I can't wait till we take on the Fed and kind of pull the curtain back there. I can't wait till we take a look at the Fort Knox gold and see if there's anything there. Ooh, baby. Get out while you can. It's not for you. Get out. So the Queen of Wands is saying, okay, let's put a little positivity and enthusiasm in our life. Let's go for that. What's been stolen from us, taken from us. Let's get it back. I'm giving the current administration between now and July 4th, 2026. That's the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. 250 years. July 4th, 2026. The planet Pluto, which is a planet of evolution, was at this same point it is right now in our sky, July 4th, 1776. We carried out a revolution. We gained our independence as a country. How does it feel here? And oh, by the way, if anybody thought that in 1776 it was a skate, you're crazy. We had just as many nutty people who wanted to stay with England as we have people who want to do the stupid ass stuff that's been going on for the past 4 years and beyond. Want to stay in the left, want to stay with the Democrats. Even though there's no reason to, there's no evidence that what they were doing was right, they're going to stick, just like the Tories did. So it's going to be kind of like making sausage, but this is what people are reaching out for. I have a lot of hope. My faith, I'm working on that, but I got hope. Between now, July 4th, 2026, middle class and the poor get a fair shot. That's all we're asking for, fair shot. The rich are pigs. They have 92% of the wealth in America, even though they make up 1/2 of 1% of the population. That's out of line. So I'm, again, crossing my fingers, a lot of hope. See if we can't get there and help out the middle class and the poor. Make America great again, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Although I wasn't really trying to say it. Let's go to the next card. It's the Swords card, 5 of Swords. You see there was some sort of a battle. Here's the deal. Integrity was up for grabs. This was a battle for power, for ego. Useless conflict. And because swords are ideas, thoughts, beliefs, people had to defend, felt they had to defend bullshit beliefs. There's no proof that what they did was working. In fact, there's totally the opposite. We're seeing it now. When you see almost $3 trillion in debt, I think with Social Security, as I remember, come on, man, it's not even close to honest. Really? And you're going to defend that? Then this is probably not the tarot reading for you, is what I'm thinking. Next card over, we got the Knight of Wands. Knights always bring gifts. The Knight brings confidence, courage, passion. That's what you're trying to get back in your life. Remember, we started with the Queen of Wands. Bring that enthusiasm back into life. It's not going to be perfect. You're not going to have everything go your way. Nobody's really expecting that. But man, come on, quit dealing from the bottom of the deck and then lying about it. And so the Knight of Wands supports the Queen of Wands. Let's go for positivity, enthusiasm, joy, gratitude. Let's have something to grab onto, something that is for us. Final card is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess talks about intuition, subconscious mind. There is a lot of subconscious stuff that has to be dealt with. Again, I said I was an old guy. I was born in 1950, so I'm going to be 75 in July. My world has totally flipped. And for a short time, it was perplexing. Everything that I thought I knew, everything that I believed, at one point I realized was bullshit. It was a fairy tale. And it did take the wind out of my sails. No, I never got the jab. I stood up and said, no, I'm not doing it. That was the only right decision I made quickly. The other stuff I had to fight through. And I'm there. I have been there for a while. I am open to a better future, and I have to do my part. And the first thing that you need to know is that what has been going on is not for you. So get out while you can. Run from the world and its idea of progress as quickly as you can. The idea of progress is set up by the people who run the world. They don't care about you. They don't care about progress. Run away. We just need each other. Big connection, mighty important realization. Get out while you can. That's the realization, and that is today's Manifesting Tarot. Hope you join me again tomorrow between now and the next time you and I get together. Peace and blessings.